Don't say your brain is tired if you're still scrolling until dawn. We often say things like, ugh, my brain is so overwhelmed. I'm tired of thinking. Why do I keep forgetting things so easily lately? But have we ever stopped for a second and asked, is this really mental exhaustion from deep thinking? Or are we tired because we never give our brain a chance to truly think? These days, our mental fatigue no longer comes from reading too many books, doing heavy research, or working too hard. It comes from too much light, nonstop content consumption. From the moment we wake up until we go to sleep, our brain is constantly fed with short videos, stories, scrolls, swipes, views, forget, repeat. It's nonstop, like a machine being forced to stay on 24/7, but only fed digital snacks. Today, let's talk about a phenomenon that quietly kills our thinking potential: brain rot. Brain rot is a term that started becoming popular among Gen Z, especially on platforms like TikTok, Reddit, and Twitter. Literally, it means a rotting brain. Scary, right? But of course, it's not about a brain literally rotting inside your skull. Brain rot is a metaphor describing the condition where our cognitive function starts to decline due to unhealthy content consumption patterns. Too fast, too shallow, too much, too often. Our brain is incredibly complex. It's built not just to receive information, but to process it, rearrange it, conclude, and even create something new from it. But when the brain is only fed noisy, shallow, fast switching content without time to digest, our thinking becomes dull. Imagine your brain as a body. If every day all you ate were fried snacks, instant noodles, soda, and chips, your body wouldn't function optimally, right? You'd feel tired, get sick easily, and your metabolism would fall apart. Well, brain rot is the junk food for your brain. We're conditioned to keep scrolling endlessly. 10 seconds of someone dancing, 15 seconds of cheap pranks, 8 seconds of celebrity gossip, 20 seconds of weird facts, and so on. The content itself might not be harmful. It's funny, light, sometimes informative, but how we consume it, endlessly, without reflection, without prioritization, is what slowly causes damage. And the scariest part? We don't realize it, because the damage isn't instant. It accumulates. Slowly, deeply, until suddenly our brain feels dull. We think our brain is busy. But in truth, it's just spinning its wheels, not actually thinking. It looks active, but it's really passive. And this is what we call brain rot. When our brain is exhausted not from hard work, but from drowning in shallow content that gives an illusion of busyness, with no real substance. A brain that was once sharp, reflective, capable of deep thinking, slowly becomes a brain that can only absorb, then forget. No time to build logic, no time to develop ideas, no time to question anything. Brain rot isn't a medical illness, but if left unchecked, it can have worse effects than simple digital addiction. It can make an entire generation lose its capacity for critical thinking, deep empathy, and long-term decision-making. So, do you have the signs of brain rot? Now check yourself. Are you experiencing any of these? 1. Trouble focusing. Can't sit still and read a long article without wanting to check your phone. 2. Memory issues. Watch an educational video, but 5 minutes later, it's completely gone from your mind. 3. Shortened thinking span. Prefer instant conclusions over deep, slow thought processes. 4. Mental fatigue, but not from work. Feel exhausted, but not because of hard work. More like from an overload of unimportant information. 5. Dependent on instant dopamine. Feel empty without scrolling, like you need quick hits of pleasure to feel okay. If several of these sound familiar, you may already be in the early phase of brain rot. Why is this happening? Is it technology's fault? Not entirely. The algorithm's fault? Partly, yes. But the biggest factor is actually our own habits. Technology, no matter how advanced, doesn't operate by itself. Social media algorithms are just mirrors. They reflect what we click on, what we like, what we watch to the end, what we reply to, and what we share in WhatsApp groups. So if every day the algorithm shows funny videos, celebrity drama, or weird but useless facts, it's because we asked for it. The problem isn't just the trivial content. The real problem is, why are we so addicted to things that are quick, light, and instantly entertaining? The answer lies in one word: dopamine. Every time we watch something funny, exciting, or just satisfying, our brain releases dopamine. Dopamine is the happy hormone. It's like a little reward from the body every time we feel pleased. Scroll, see a funny video, laugh, brain happy, dopamine spike. And like a child discovering candy for the first time, our brain says, more please, just one more. Eventually, we enter a highly addictive loop without even noticing. One short video turns into five. Five becomes 20. Before we know it, it's been over an hour and our brain got zero nutrition. Because what we're consuming doesn't stimulate thinking, analysis, or reflection. We're just taking in quick content that brings instant pleasure. No depth, no challenge, no pause. Yes, our brains can be overweight, not from too much knowledge, but from too much shallow info. We call this shallow data obesity. Information piles up, but is never digested. Facts are half read, then hastily concluded. Viral news is skimmed only by title. 30-second educational clips sliced from 3-hour lectures, then taken at face value. Your brain is like a muscle. If trained, it becomes strong, sharp, durable. But if pampered, constantly fed entertainment, it starts to weaken. Reflexes slow, focus fractures, and worst of all, we start to lose curiosity. That healthy hunger for knowledge fades. What are the long-term effects of brain rot? 1. Weakened analytical skills. We fall for hoaxes easily, can't handle complex ideas, and avoid healthy debate. 2. Struggle to form opinions. Our brain becomes a passenger, not the driver. We go with the flow, without critical filters. 3. Reduced ability to work and study. Even doing 30 minutes of focused work becomes hard because our attention span is damaged. Loss of creativity, because our brain only replicates what it sees, not creates something original from thought. 5. Social anxiety, from constantly comparing our lives to everyone else's highlight reels, TikTok standards, Instagram lifestyles, and more. Brain rot isn't just about brain health, it's about the future of how we think, work, and live. Do you want to live with brain rot? So what's the solution? Relax. This isn't the end of the world. The human brain is amazingly elastic. We can recover if we're intentional. Here are a few practical steps. 1. Digital diet. Set phone-free hours, at least the first hour of the morning and 1 hour before bed. 2. Consume slow content. Read physical books. Listen to long-form podcasts. Watch documentaries. Not summaries, not speedrun reviews, real, full content. Train your brain to love long, deep thinking. 3. Think actively every day. Write in a journal. Create mind maps. Retell what you've learned in your own words. 4. Reduce digital multitasking. One app at a time. Don't watch YouTube while scrolling Instagram and replying to chats. 5. Physical movement and stillness. Take a walk without your phone. Stare off into the distance and enjoy nature. Or just sit in silence and reflect. It helps your brain reset like defragmenting a computer. 6. Practice tolerating boredom. Because creativity is often born from boredom. Don't rush to find entertainment. Once we start doing these things, imagine our brain like a muscle. If we keep feeding it only snacks, it gets weak. But if we train it, it becomes strong. So don't say your brain is tired if you've never actually given it space to fully think. We keep feeding it instant input, but never offer it the kind of rich, nourishing thoughts it truly needs. We live in an age where knowledge is more accessible than ever. And yet, we're more lost than ever. Not because we lack information, but because we have too many distractions. Starting today, let's be more mindful of what we consume every day. Because we're not just what we eat, we're also what we think. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We'll explore many more interesting topics together on this channel. And finally, leave a comment below. What's the one digital habit that's hardest for you to let go of, and why do you think it's draining your brain? I'd love to hear your story, because through our stories, we learn together. See you in the next video. Ciao!